Who
Right.
knows?
How
I
are,
feel
pe-
real bad.
are people ready?
I'm struggling to
I'm
find
good to go.
where I saved my
Most
Um,
certainly.
City of Mist notes. I
w-
found it.
we have lost our narrator for the not narrator our monologuer for today because Herodine has got to go to something which is conveniently every time that he has his monologue he's gone. So
Oh.
I'm thinking there's a trend there. So there's an option: either someone can volunteer to do a monologue now, or we will go without one for the meantime. Or
Not
I
me.
can go.
you want to go?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Right. Give me a monologue, please.
Let's click the button. Everyone loves the button. There we go.
Yeah.
I love the button.
All right. Before we come into the events that transpired at the Wicker Hound, we shall take a look at Dante's life on the previous day, Sunday, 15th of March. He says a bit. He'd had a busy day the day before, in which he tried to establish the identity of one Jasper Hagen, and having done that, and being a bit stumped about how to proceed, we come to Dante leaning up against his window in his very tiny flat, smoking a cigarette. He's wearing a simple tank top, a pair of jeans. The viewers will see that on Dante's body there is a multitude of healing and fading scars. His flat isn't doesn't really feature a lot. It's mostly white drywall. The most prominent features are a bed, a bathroom, a very modest kitchen. The biggest thing in it is probably, apart from the bed, is his writing desk on which there are multiple papers and his bookshelf.
Oh, lost you for a
What's
minute,
happening?
Dante. I lost you for a minute at bookcase.
Oh, I'm sorry, because the option also went away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Discord. All right, sorry. There's not a lot in his apartment, as I said. It's quite a Spartan affair. Simple bed. The biggest thing there is a desk, um, with atop which there are grading papers. Um, a bookcase. The drywall of his apartment, however, is fully top to bottom, wall to wall, covered in writing in any medium possible: Sharpie pen, marker, whatever. On one wall, there are attempts at quite an esoteric mathematical proof. On another wall, there are conjectures and theories about possible human trafficking network going in Ullmanoch, etc., etc., etc. Dante's leaning up against the window, having a smoke, and thinking about the recent case. The only thing he could focus on at this moment, because the only way he could um, the only way he could follow up on the case of his daughter, outside of directly doing the things that haven't worked before, is following at Mr. Grace's behest and solving this case. And therefore he's thinking about what is the distribution network for these pomegranate seeds? How does that look like? Why did they want us to take them? How exactly do they overtake human nature, and what do they override? What is the goal, and why is the Wicker Hound the target? What has happened during the previous two murders? With that, he leans down, takes a small bucket of paint and a brush, goes over to one of his walls in which one of the more incoherent theories about his daughter's disappearance are, and he starts painting it over, making space for some new ideas.
Oof.
And from there, we transport back to the carnage that just took place
Oof.
at the Wicker Hound.
And as the wet paint eradicates hours of work, sorry by the way for laughing during that. There's just if you guys can't see it, but watching it back, Ned's camera has just got the weirdest angle right now.
What is
I
this?
apologize. I tried putting it where it normally is, and it won't stay on. So we're gonna
It's
deal with
interesting.
this for a bit.
So we
It's-
get under chin. Yeah, I get it. I dig it.
Yeah. Liking the Spider-Man
It's
angle.
it's
nice.
definitely a Spider-Man angle. But anyway, as by the way, holy crap, good monologue. Especially the ending there.
Yeah.
As the wet paint paints over your search notes for your daughter.
The incoherent ones, I'd like to point them
yeah.
out. The ones that are very irrelevant.
Yeah. We cut to if there's such a word as a complete fuck up or a complete the shit hitting the proverbial fan, this is that moment. As it quite looks like the shit has hit the fan here in the Wicker Hound. Pieces of wood and the broken furniture lie scattered. The patrons all in a state of shock. The only noises, the occasional whimpering moan of pain or shocked breathing. In the midst of it all are you guys and a figure standing there. The camera pans across Jasmine holding a jagged leg of a chair at Isadora's neck, across to several smashed glasses, a table that is pitched over to its side, several daggers perfectly stabbed into it just halfway through, very conveniently, to a bleeding Ned on the other side of the bar, his shoulder seeping blood as he desperately tries to staunch it. To a man standing in the middle in shock, his silver hand morphing back into a normal hand as he stands over the woman he loves. Confusion on his face as he goes, What the fuck did I just do? What do you guys do?
Let's not forget the most important part is that James just went down on the floor with a bit of blood trickling down. So I think that's the most important thing.
No, not James. That wasn't James. James is fine.
It was James.
James is fine. No, it's
James fine.
Alex.
Alex, you tackled Alex down. James is your friend.
Okay, but I thought, I thought James had like a little bit of blood and fell down.
No.
Oh, then it's fine.
James is fine. We love James.
You look over, and by the way, in all the noises, you hear the occasional whimper and stuff. The one noise that is constant is this sort of this. The best way I can describe it is the controlled breathing of like a tiger or a lion during the hunt, and he is standing there, and he looks far more muscular than ever.
I'd like to do something.
His clothes are like about to rip off his chest. The spear has flown back into his hand, and his hair is standing on end. It would be comical, except there is something really menacing about him right now.
I'd like to do something. First, Dante will take his bottle of painkillers. The last of it that's left, he'll give half of it to Elizabeth immediately for the wound. He'll save like 3 just looking at the silver hand, thinking, just for the future in case we need to put him down to sleep while maybe Alex wakes up. He goes to the bar,
so
yells, Halford!
As you are doing this, the Indian woman is sort of inching away from the man, and he reaches out and he goes, Ner, what did I do? And she turns and she bolts, runs out the door, and runs away. And he sort of stands there for a second, staring at you guys as you run and say Halford at that point.
Yeah, I just say Halford and just chuck the rest of the painkillers towards Ned to help him.
Thank you, my boy.
And then I go to James and I try to calm him down.
Okay, give me a...
Change the game?
Change the game, please, yeah.
Yeah, I want to just calm him down and then tell him to stand at the door and not let anyone else out.
So his right eye is twitching madly as you get closer to him. He's just standing there, spear in hand. You get close to him, he goes, twitches to look at you. Give me a change the game, please.
Okay.
And what do you say to him?
I'll come up to him. I won't touch him because he might be twitchy. I'll just raise my hands to placate him and just say, "You did good, mate. You did good. Breathe, breathe out. Everything's fine. No need to be nervous." He remembers the words that James said to him a mere half an hour ago, which was, "I get nervous, I change sometimes."
Okay. Roll me a
The
change
worst is behind us. Yeah. I'm gonna tag my students.
You get a +1 because friendship.
Okay.
Not because just friendship in general.
Friendship.
Because friendship.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Maybe the real pomegranate seeds are the friends we made along the way.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Okay, change the game. There we go.
Next time you
There
need
you go. Right.
I'm gonna give
Oh,
James
12.
a status of 2, which is in control. Dante wants to reassure him that whatever it is that's going on with James, he can control it. That he needn't what's the word? Like he needn't fully embrace it.
Succumb to it.
He needs to succumb to it, and he needn't be afraid to it. He needs to face it, and he needs to be in control of it, because otherwise it's going to plague his life. That type of thing. But the beginnings of that type of thing.
You start to sort of say that kind of thing to him and ease into him, and your calming words, you see, begin to get through to him. His eye stops twitching, and his form seems to shrink somewhat, his hair deflating. Once again, it would be extremely comical, but it's just in the situation, it's not. There's a clicking sound as his spear morphs back into a pen, and still with a little bit of sort of that weirdness about him, he goes, "Yeah," and moves to the door.
I go stand next to him, just observe what's going on and let the others. On the way there, I kind of look at how Ned's doing, and I gesture towards the troll that just fell hit several times and say maybe it could help him.
Ned, how are you doing?
I assume that I am sitting on top of a pile of rubble from when I violently got hurled into the bar, and I'm just looking through the med kit for anything that would help my specific situation needing to.
You search the medkit desperately. There is nothing for stabbed by a silver hand man, but there's a couple of other things in there. What are you gonna? You're just gonna try and heal yourself?
I assume the lady Lemure is still behind the bar, right?
She is, yeah.
Yeah. So I just started. Do you have any idea which part of this goes where? And he holds up like a syringe or something. He has no idea what he's doing.
You say that to her, and she's sort of standing stock still, staring at the silver-handed man in the middle, who is still sort of turning to everyone, going, "What the hell happened? What's going on?" And she just sort of stares stock still for a moment, and then she takes a step back, completely ignoring your words, Ned, and you see her hand starts to reach up towards the rifle on top of the bar.
Is Lucia doing this?
This is Lucia, yeah.
Like to intervene. I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna say. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I don't. I think. Just please don't do that. It's not gonna end well for anyone here.
Give me a convince check.
It's okay. Listen, it's already bad enough that someone has died in your bar. There is no need to participate. Okay.
Okay.
Man. Would shamelessness even work here? I don't think it would.
Shameless?
Yeah.
No, not shameless. This is
appearances.
Mm-mm.
roll, baby.
Oh no. Good luck.
Okay. Convince, right? Convince.
That's a 6.
Right. You say that, and she, with one finger, flicks the gun off the side. It falls into her arms, and she has it now. And she's holding it waist height, not fully pointing it at the guy, but she's standing there. You can see the plant creatures, what's left of them, are looking to her, going and clicking loudly to her as they look at her. But she's not raising the rifle yet, but she has it in her hands.
Ned, okay, I like to do something else, isn't it? Ned like hobbles up, grunting and in pain, just, and he just slowly waddles in front of the line of sight of her and the silver-haired man. Just says, "Seriously, heal me first, at least."
Leave her alone, Halford. It's not a half-bad plan. Tend to the big guy.
I would like to say that just to make sure that y'all know that I'm not here. Like when the Indian lady, when she goes away, Jasmine is going to chase after her. Going to turn
Okay.
into her into a will-o-wisp form and fly off.
Right.
Can I try to intervene there?
Yes, you can.
You most certainly can.
Yes, you definitely can.
Because Elizabeth, her reaction would be to go to Jasmine and seeing
All
that
right.
she is going to try and like make moves to follow out the door. I would like to jump in front of her, like stop her. I know if she's eventually turned into a wisp, I cannot like I won't be able to stop that. But
You'll have time to jump in front of her and like say something to her before.
Are you
she
going
does.
to say anything? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say, because you just turned mad lad and tried to attack one of us. So I'll go to her and be like, hey, you all right there?
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but I mean, she was a witness, right? We have to go after her.
Just like all of us were witness.
Right. She seemed to be a bit more important.
I don't think she has any new information except her and that guy were dating or something like that. And hey, the guy is still here. He's not running away mortified because he was about to be killed.
We could at least make sure she's all right. Now, if you could please stand aside.
You know, I mean, I get it, but running after a woman who is terrified out of her mind, out of a bar, running after her and trying to get her to calm down is not. I mean,
I'm not going to run after her.
You're not?
No. I'm gonna float.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the difference. Mm-hmm. How about you don't do that and we deal with this shit in here?
Shouldn't we make sure she at least doesn't get herself into trouble? Streets are dangerous at night.
Well, are we gonna run after each person that gets out of this bar then if you follow that protocol?
Well, no, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to find her anyways anymore, so... Right, so what was that? What did he do? And as she says this, Jasmine nods over at Isadora.
What did he do?
Yeah, I mean, I was about to attack him, so I'm sure I had a reason for it.
I didn't do anything.
I think the question isn't what he did, but what you did. You see, he didn't do shit, so you didn't have a reason to attack him. You just did.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like me.
But luckily, we know that we have a young gentleman over here, and I point towards Piper, and I say, who can somehow influence people because he was whispering shit to me and probably a lot of other people in this bar.
Would I remember that at least, Matt?
You remember a series of whispering you remember a feeling of incredible jealousy overcoming you, and flashes of images of everyone you've ever fancied, loved, or wanted to be with, being with other people.
Right. Well, then I guess we should go have a talk with Mr. Piper.
Well, let's do that when he's knocked out. Let's maybe first
Let's
deal
get
with.
some more and wake him up.
Hey, maybe we should look at the guy who just tried to murder his girlfriend or whatever. She looks at Silverhand.
You look at Silverhand. He's staring at the body of the guy on the ground.
So he's
Who
fully
you can
dead.
all see now. The troll is fully dead. The harpoon, the trident, seems to have pierced right into his chest, and he's fully dead. And the silver-handed man is just staring at that, and at his hand.
I mean, I could try to calm him down a bit.
I think he's calm. Why don't you see how you can help the lovely not bartender, but bar owner here.
Lucia.
She'll look at Lucia with the gun in her hands.
Yeah.
I have a question, by the way. The painkiller that Dante gave us, is it like an injection painkiller?
It's a pill.
No, it's pills.
Oh, okay. So that makes it a lot easier.
Don't drink it with alcohol.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh my god.
Can Ned swallow pills without water?
Can I? Okay. Realistically, what would happen if I were to swallow it with alcohol?
Side effects.
Just
Depends how many you get.
depends how many. It's not. It's one of those things. It's kind of not good for you, but people do
Okay.
anyway.
It would be really cool to put him in a shot, but no, Ned swallows.
Let's not have Ned OD.
Physically cannot, but
You can.
He dry swallows, and he looks over to the Silverhand man, and he's just like, yeah, buddy, you did that. Please do not run. You will not make it past the door. I want to make an investigator roll to see how likely he is to run.
So first of all, you take the pills, and that's going to give you a temporary pain relief. So just put pain relief 2. And also you have a look at the guy. Give me an investigation on him, inspecting him.
Damn, we all wish we had a supportive friend like Ned.
Do not run. I will kill you.
No, I'm talking about James Candle, bro. James Candle is gonna.
James Candle will kill you.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay. Shamelessness applies here because of my general manner in which I said it. And that's it. Man,
Okay.
I'm not great at convincing people, huh?
Oh no.
You're definitely not the
wait,
face.
This is an investigate roll.
This is an investigation roll, not a convincing roll. Shameless, I'll allow. You're being pretty.
And
you're trying to look him over shamelessly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm very okay, it won't work as the camera, but I'm very much doing like a in front of his face right now.
Okay.
Ooh.
There you go. Right.
Oh, 12.
Right. Ask me a question about him.
Any question on him? Okay. How likely is he to cooperate with us?
Oof, that's quite a question. Right. Looking at him now, there you see a man that is torn between two things. First of all, he is surveying everything around him, and he knows that all of the damage is all he's taken in the knives, he's taken in the trident wound, he's taken in. This is all stuff that he is able to create and do. This is all his power. And as he stands there and sort of kneels down, his hand tracing over the bloody marks on his friend's chest, he is now torn between running after Ner or staying here. And he has not decided, but he looks really, really shaken up. And shaken up people can be unpredictable, especially one who is this confused.
That was deep. Okay. I'm not gonna ask any more questions. I'm just gonna like waddle over to him, still clearly in pain, and make sure that I maintain like being in the way of the rifle and him.
Okay.
As I waddle over.
Lucia's
And
holding the rifle down. She's not pointing it up yet, but you can be definitely between her and him. Her eyes are not leaving him though, and she's got the rifle.
And I just kneel down, and how many painkillers did Dante give me?
Half a bottle.
I assume I did not take the entire half of the bottle.
Sure, I hope you didn't.
Did you take half the bottle, Ned? That's up to you.
No.
Rip, Ned.
You and Elizabeth both got like roughly, let's say, 35% of the bottle, which is like half of what was remaining. And Dante has no more painkillers. That's it. They're gone.
They're gone.
I'll give him 2 or 3 pills or something. And
you trying to give the guy, the silver-handed man, pills?
No. The painkillers? No. What I want to do is I'm gonna put a few in my hand, put them in my pocket, and then I'm gonna give him the bottle with like 2 or 3 left, and I say, "You will need this if you try to run. After what happens to you when you try to run. This is not me. I've seen what the guy next to the door can do. I would not recommend it."
What he means is, when that dickhead over there wakes up, you're going to need it so you don't hurt anyone else.
You hold out the painkillers towards him, and he stands for a moment, staring at his friend's body. Then his eyes slowly trace over to the bottle, looks up, and you goes, "I didn't fucking do this." And you watch his silver hand clenches by his side.
Hey,
So
perfect
right,
moment.
dude.
Perfect moment to nudge Jasmine in Lucia's direction.
Jasmine is not gonna go into Lucia's direction.
Hey, perfect moment to nudge Jasmine.
Yeah, but she is resisting as she whispers angrily to Elizabeth, "I'm not going to
Go, you're the best one to talk to her.
I just tried one of her chairs, I think.
You're the best
Who's
to go
holding
talk
the
to her.
leg?
What do you want me to go talk to her? I'm an asocial fuck. I can't talk to her. You go. She likes you.
Look, you told me I went like all mad and attacked Isadora.
You're both bar owners. Talk.
No, I can't.
As you guys are whispering like this in the corner, this is just frantically whispering. Lucia slowly raising the gun up to a slightly higher height, and she's like, "Get the hell out!" And he turns back, and he's just like, "You don't think I did this? You can't really think I did this." And she turns and goes. She holds the rifle up and is just pointing it at him.
All right, time to interfere. Since Jasmine isn't doing anything.
Yeah.
This is what Dante does. Since he's at the doors with James, he kind of looks to him and says, "Everything's chill." Walks up to Lucia and her pointing a gun. Stands between her and Ned at this point, I imagine, because that gun is pointing at Ned of all people.
It's pointing at Ned at the moment through, yeah.
Puts his index finger right underneath the rifle and like centers it on his own chest. And says, "Go on, then. Tell me again how this place is a sanctuary."
That's hot.
You say that, and you watch as the rifle dips down towards your chest. She goes, "You don't mean that. You don't. This place is
That
safe."
fucker right there was supposed to keep it safe. He's the one who caused this. You know something. Talk.
Her finger goes up to the trigger and it squeezes for a second, and she's pointing it right at your chest. I need you to give me a convince check.
Can I use
Oh
my
my
help point on
god.
Dante?
How are you helping?
As Dante was walking over, he then gave him a wink and a finger again. But on top of that, Ned is
They're trying to piss him off with that.
no,
Mm.
Ned is in, I would say, in position to tackle the other guy to duck away from the rifle.
Nice,
So that
like
shoot.
it.
Yeah. So I guess just being on the same page. Ned is gonna
Moral
use-
armor. How am I convinced? Moral armor works.
Moral armor
Death
works. Yeah.
Death wish.
Yeah. I'll allow that.
Logical analysis. I pointed out how she's full of shit.
I will. I'm on the verge for that one, but I'll allow it.
If you're on the verge, I'm not going to take it.
Like I was saying,
No,
then. Yeah.
Yeah, and if she shoots, I'll just face danger, I suppose. Whatever.
Okay.
Let's convince her.
Give me convince.
Good
Okay.
success.
As you are saying this, behind you, the silver-handed man is going, "You can't think I done this. Lucia, how fucking long have I known you? You can't fucking think I done it." And he's stepping toward, he's like pushing against Ned now to try and he's getting a little bit angry. As you begin to say this to Lucia, she's standing there holding the gun shaking, listening to the shouting voice over that, listening to you talking, and she goes, "Oh shit." She looks up at you and goes, "It was never meant to happen this way." And with that, I need you to give me a face danger.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
Did Dante actually use my
First,
help
give
point
me
for
the status.
I actually didn't. You're right. But it would be the status 3. It would with
Yeah.
Ned's help point. It would be status
would be.
3. The status would be. See, I don't know much about Lucia, so I have to go by Dante's reads on her, and his read on her currently is from his secondhand knowledge from Celia, behavior, and the 2 conversations they had, which he thinks that okay, she is trying to stem the tide of something, and she did literally just say it was never meant to happen like this. So the status would be something to the effect of what would be like armor down. Like I want her to like let her armor down, like her guard down, let her guard down 3.
Guard down. Okay.
Emotionally vulnerable.
That was already a condition when we started.
Yeah,
Okay.
she already is.
I mean, that's true, but is there actually a status on her?
Okay.
Hmm.
Right. So.
Okay, so
Give me
I need
face
to
danger.
give you a face danger.
Please. Yeah.
Is this premeditated harm? Did she mean to do it?
This is premeditated harm, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. Let's hope I don't die, gang. Nice,
Great
I didn't
success
die.
again.
Right.
13.
You
Oh
watch
my God.
you watch as she's pointing the rifle at your chest. She drops it, and as it falls to the ground, she extends her hands towards you, and 2 roots explode out of the bar and slam into your chest, and she goes, "Forget me!" And then she's going to try and turn and run. As the branches slam into your chest, there's a moment of pulsing through you, and you think you're going to forget what her face looks like, and you twist, and both of the branches snap, and you do not forget what she looks like as she's going to bolt for the door.
So she's gonna turn and run. Okay.
She's going for a run.
Yeah, okay. No, Jasmine definitely is going to follow her. She's not gonna let herself be stopped by Elizabeth. This time she turns into a wisp and floats after her.
You're going to try and follow after her? Give me a go toe-to-toe, please.
Alrighty. Well, I've
Wait,
got
why are we
my-
letting her out the door? Shouldn't we first, at least put a foot out?
She's
Does she
running
trip or
behind. She's
something?
running behind the bar. She's running into the
Yeah.
closet.
All right, I'm going to use wisp form. Face through solid matter, since that won't.
Yep.
That'll make it a lot more easier. Stronger at night. Let's see, anything else?
You would.
Yeah.
I am gonna say you're gonna have a -1 for plant companions in the way.
All right, -1 for plant companions. Would you say that slight paranoia would help here? Because I could have seen this coming, her running away.
I'm gonna say no. Sorry.
No, all right.
Can
No, that's fair.
can I help Jasmine
How do you
with a
help?
help point because
How do you?
she's finally rushing after her crush.
All right.
Go get him, sister.
How do you help?
And I told her before a few minutes ago to go to Lucia, and she's going there. So I'm like, you go get him, Tiger.
You as
No,
Elizabeth
no.
whispers, you go get him, Tiger. You hear that in the back of your mind, and as you rocket after Lucy.
All right. Let's see, and I think that is it. So yeah, wisp form, faceless automata, stronger at night, and a -1 and a +1.
Yeah.
Here we go. That is a 13.
Go 13.
Success.
Right. What are you gonna do? Choose two.
Nice.
All right. Well, I am going to achieve my goal.
Yep.
Which is keeping up with her. I'm not going to try and tackle her or anything. I'm going to keep up with her until she stops.
Okay.
And I am going to block and dodge or counter the best attempts at, well, keeping me back in any way. So, yeah.
Okay. You watch as she goes running full speed through the back of the bar. As you into the kitchen, you morph through the kitchen and find yourself in a rather bizarre space. There is a spread out kitchen, but it is like no kitchen you have ever been in before. Long sort of scimitars hang from the walls, and strange plants seem to be growing out of every surface. On some of the plants, there is strange glowing fruits on them. As you chase after her, she pelts round behind the back of the what looks like one of the larger counters, and there is a tree that is literally growing out of the wall, and she's running straight towards it. As she gets closer to it, you bamf in front of her and just manage to stop her hand from touching the tree.
I actually wouldn't really stop her doing anything.
You're just gonna follow her?
I'm following and I'm observing.
Okay. She reaches the tree, her fingers touch it, and with a she disappears.
All right. Interesting. I'm going to reappear my regular human form, going to touch the tree, see if anything happens.
You press your hand to the tree, and beside you, all that remains of Lucia Lemire is just a pile of rose petals on the ground. You touch where she was, and there is nothing. And there is just your hand against the bark. She's gone.
All right. Well, Jasmine's gonna sit down back against the tree, and yeah, just wait.
Okay.
I guess by that point we run after and get to the same point, right?
Yep.
Or do we?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, one of us should still keep an eye on the big guy.
I will say that I volunteer, and instead of running after Jasmine, I crouch down beside the orc guy.
Okay.
Or the troll guy.
Happening, I would like to do a thing.
Do a thing. Oh.
Yeah, I know, crazy. The silver hand guy, he was like, "You really think I did this?" And I'm like, I lean in a little bit. And I'm like, "Hey man, welcome to the real world. I know you didn't do it, but you're gonna have to help us clean it up." And I'm just like, I go in for a lovely pat on the shoulder, like pat on the hug, some form of
You try to give him a pat. He shakes him. I'm about to fucking hit you if you get closer to me.
I look at the silver-handed guy and I say, "Do it, please, for the gods, do it."
Oh my god,
man.
He looks at you, Elizabeth, and he's like, "Is this a fucking game to you? It's a fucking joke to all of you.
Oh, is it a joke that you killed a person? No. Is it a joke that you were forced to kill a person? No.
You watch as his hand is clenching really tightly by his side, and you watch as very slowly the fingertips begin to become sharp, and he's like, "You."
I completely ignore him and I turn to the orc guy. And oh fuck! I keep saying orc. It's a troll,
It's a
isn't it?
troll.
Damn.
Yeah.
It looks like a troll.
It looks like a troll. I completely ignore him and his sharpening hands, and I just look at the troll and do the thing where you close their eyes.
Okay.
And I just like I keep my hand there for a second, and I just say like, "You didn't." I whisper it very quietly, and I just say, "You didn't deserve this." And I can ignore the sharp, pointy thingy.
Yeah.
Dante points. Sorry.
As he's sharpening the thing, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, man, sorry. Just a precaution." Lightly tap him on the shoulder and try and turn him to gold.
Oof! Give me a go toe to toe.
I want to do Daly's
I,
dance with the white lady for this. All right.
You want to use your dance with the light white lady?
Oh.
Is it?
Okay,
Did you? I need to be. You have a positive and not a negative with her.
Yes, I
Positive,
got
yeah.
a very high roll on my attempt to waltz with the white
So it should be a
lady.
+2. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Add that +2 to your go toe to toe.
I'm gonna use the gold touch, and now obviously this isn't the fanciest bar in the world, and it has been completely wrecked. So would surrounded by wealth apply here?
No, not
Okay.
fancy enough. Especially since
Yeah,
most of it's
and-
destroyed.
And would the stabbed work against me here?
The stabbed will be
it's
negated by. Oh well, you were stabbed 4. You were
I
2
was
of that
stabbed
was
4.
negated by your painkiller. The other
Yeah.
2
Negated by white lady because
negated by white
idea
lady.
is-
Negated by white
my
lady.
idea- My idea for this is just like, hey man, sorry. Boop. And
Okay.
I touch it.
Go for it.
So, man, fuck, okay, dude, I am the master of flat rolls and failing them. So it's go to toe, right?
Is it flat?
Well, it would be because well, it would be +1 actually because I'm
+1,
using
yeah.
gold touch.
Yeah.
Okay, gold touch, and fuck it, I have it, shamelessness.
Yeah.
And yeah, should it go sideways, I'll use bar fights. Hold on. Minus and plus. Okay, so it's power of 2. Go toe to toe.
12. We are on fire tonight.
Okay. So, which ones are you choosing?
Manage to achieve your goal. Get them good. Dodge, block, or counter their best attempts. I would like to. I would be like, sorry, man, just a precaution. Bonk, and I like tap him on the shoulder, or well, actually no, I tap him on the silver hand. I wanna. Well, my goal would be to give him the status. I think we called it petrified.
Yeah.
2 on his petrified. 2
Doesn't
on
quite
his
work like
hand.
that because then you just be able to win every fight by just saying my goal is to kill
Yeah.
him, and then
No.
So
Yeah, I'm talking. I wanna lightly tap him on the hand
Yeah.
and just goldify the hand up to the shoulder.
Got it.
And now it's stuck in whatever position it was.
Oh.
Okay. You watch as his fingers, as Elizabeth kneels down beside the troll. He's sort of no, yeah, it is Elizabeth. Yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
Why Elizabeth? Why are you making that face? As Elizabeth kneels down beside the troll, his hands are tensing into blades, and he sort of goes like, "Fuck this!" And he goes to turn, and as he does, Ned, you press him on the shoulder, and he goes, "What the fuck?" And as you watch, his gold begins to extend right down. His silver hand remains silver, but his whole shoulder and arm, right down to the bottom, turn gold. And he just stands there for a moment, tips over, weighty on one side, and lands on the ground, sort of struggling with the weight of his new heavy shoulder, like, what? What the fuck? And he's struggling.
Dante just says, such a fucking asshole, Halford.
He'll come.
Turns to-
Yeah.
Turns to James, just asks, you alright, James?
I'm fine.
All right. I'm gonna go in the back room, see what they're up to.
Speaking of which, after catching her breath for a moment, Jasmine is going to turn back into an orb form. Gonna fly straight up through the ceiling, see if there's just like up a living situation upstairs or something like that.
You fly through the ceiling as Dante walks into the kitchen, and immediately you are surrounded by a living space, an immaculately clean bed, and very sparse bedroom apart from the many plants that decorate it. And what seems like a very bizarre indoor fountain. It is covered in flowers of all types, except there's one that sort of stands out, which is there is a bouquet of flowers sitting on the desk.
All right. And this bouquet, does it have any like a card on it, or is it just the flowers?
You go up to it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a single G written on a little piece of white paper beside it.
Gee. All right. Hold on, making a note. Right. This fountain. I'm gonna float towards that one. See what that is all about.
Give me an investigation check.
So, all right. Let's take a look. Investigation. Amateur sleuth would definitely work here.
Definitely, yeah.
Let's see. I don't think I have anything else that would work. Yeah, my wisp form isn't going to help for once. So yeah, just amateur sleuth. Oh, I still do have the calm cards that I got from Isadora, if my memory serves me right. Can I
Yeah.
use that?
You can use that if you want
Okay.
to stay calm and focus in this time of confusion. I'll allow
Right.
that.
And am I still invigorated, or has that passed?
When
From
was that?
from stealing some stress from Elizabeth.
Yes, it would be.
All right. Does that work in my advantage though?
That will, yes.
Yep.
But then
all
it's
right.
gone
Well,
after
that's
that.
lovely.
It's gone after
All
that.
right. In that case, it's a power of 4, which is lovely. So here we go. That is a 10.
Right. What clues would you like to
So-
learn? I'm going to say you can use these clues for the whole room, if you would like.
All right. First of all, this fountain. I would like to ask: is this an ordinary fountain, or does there seem to be something off about it?
Immediately, you can say there's something off about it. It seems to have almost molded out of the floor itself, which is extremely bizarre. Apart from that, you can tell it is definitely abnormal in some way. Though you get the feeling that it is dormant.
Dormant. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything other than the fountain and the bouquet of flowers that seems out of the ordinary to me?
I mean, the
Or
sheer
living
quantity of
space?
plants in this place is quite extraordinary.
Yeah.
Apart from that, you do notice as you look around that this isn't a room just for one person. There is signs of living, sort of like it just seems there's some parts of it that seem oddly messy. So the bedside table of one is just slightly more messy. And as you follow into the room beside, you see that there is a second bedroom, where there is a single bed there.
Hey, this second bedroom, does it seem to be in use at the moment? Like, does it seem like there's a second, like another person is living here?
It has the feeling of a guest room, like someone has been here to visit and temporarily stayed in the space and then moved on. But you sort of look at it over and it seems like someone maybe comes here every so often.
Yeah. Can I find any belongings that don't seem to be Lucia's?
This is your final clue. You
That's my
search
final clue.
around, and you find Lucia's appearance and her style is very sort of rough but formal, but slightly on the edge of like she's kind of a little bit tomboyish, but more sort of, you know, ready. This what you find now is very not her style. You find a gorgeous opal earring, with diamonds around the side. It is black around, so it's sort of got like a black style to the opal, and it just seems a little bit more extravagant than Lucia is. It is like wedged between the floorboards beneath the bed.
Interesting. I'm going to take a picture of it, but I'm going to leave it where it is.
Okay.
Same with the fountain and the bouquet.
Okay.
Taking pictures of them. And yeah, if I don't see any sign of Lucia being there at the moment, I'm going to float down through the floor back
Okay.
into the kitchen.
As you do, what is everyone else doing?
What? Sorry, go on.
Ned takes out the seed from his pocket, looks at a plant that is there, and just like, wait a fucking minute.
Oh, okay. So you're in the bar at the moment. Do you want to go into the kitchen?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
like.
Are the plants only in the kitchen?
Yeah.
I thought they were.
No, there's the
Oh,
plant.
never mind.
There's the plant aids that are in the bar. They're like the plant aids,
Yeah.
which have all deactivated now. They've just returned back to being normal plants. But the slightly glowing plants, they were all in the kitchen.
Yeah, so that's my question. What does Dante see?
Okay. The plants you see around you, it is a verdant forest, pretty much built around this area. What are you looking for specifically?
Oh, as if you don't know what I'm looking for.
There's no
Okay.
pomegranates here. There's no glowing red
None?
seeds. There's no glowing red seeds. There's glowing seeds. There's glowing blueberries. Glowing
There's no pomegranates,
strawberries.
just like the
No
fruit.
pomegranates.
Nowhere Dante looks at pomegranate.
As you look around, I'm going to give you this one for free, but it's pretty damn obvious. Beneath some of the plants, there's what looks like barrels, and you get the feeling the plants are literally being squeezed or dropped straight into the barrels and used for alcohol.
Mm.
And somehow it's just
Oh.
working instantly.
That's interesting. So that's the kitchen. Is there a room behind it?
Yeah, do you want to have a look?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You step up to where the back door should be, and you find that it is covered completely by a thick oaken tree that has melded with the back of the room. There is a blanket of rose petals around it on the ground.
Hmm. All right. So we all saw Jasmine running here, so Dante will just loudly go, Jasmine!
This is while Jasmine is still upstairs?
This is at the point you'd probably just be finishing looking around.
All right. Yeah. At that moment, Jasmine floats down in orb form from the ceiling and stays afloat
she
in front
go?
of you. She doesn't turn into a human form, so you don't hear anything, and she floats down into the ground, hoping to find some kind of cellar.
Okay. You float down into the ground.
Dante just sighs. It's like he's just been dealing with this shit all day.
As you sort of watch as the orb floats down in front of you, hovers for a moment, and you open your mouth to speak, it goes zoop, and down back into the ground. As you float into the ground, Jasmine, you find yourself in a large, open, cool cellar with many great big oaken, what look like, what are they called? Not barrels, basically wooden barrels up on the sides. Caskets, boom. Up on the sides, all of them sort of intertwined with ivy and overgrown. There is a number of the sort of the now dormant plant people that are just sitting in plant pots now, asleep, like closed up on themselves.
Any sign of life other than plants?
No.
Nothing.
Plants and alcohol. As you
All right.
around. It's just plants and alcohol.
Then I'm going to float back up through the ceiling and up in front of Dante from the floor, where I turn into my human form and I say, "Right, she's gone.
Where? Do we know?
No idea. She touched the tree over there and she turned into petals, just disappeared."
Fuck.
I did, as I was looking around for her, I did find her.
We need to find if she knows something.
Well, I found a living room and it had some stuff in there that I wasn't expecting.
Such as?
A fresh bouquet. The bouquet was fresh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again,
fresh bouquet
every single plant in this whole place seems fresh.
Yeah. A fresh bouquet of flowers and a card on it with just the letter G, which is odd.
Why?
Well, I mean, if you give someone flowers, usually you write a message on them, right? Not just
Unless
not
you know
just
them
one.
intimately and don't need to write anything but the letter.
Why the letter? If you know
I
them
don't
that
know.
intimately, you won't have to provide anything, right?
Maybe it's a threat. I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, I have never sent someone flowers with just a single letter on it. I don't suppose you have, right?
No, but I don't know. Sometimes you send a text and at the end of it just put a D.
Yeah, but then there's something in front of it. And that's not the case. But the flowers were, they're not as odd as the fountain I found. There's a fountain up there.
Flowers. I hate coincidences.
Right, the fountain seems to be like part of the floor or just like almost growing out of it. It was odd. It felt there's definitely something up with it. It felt dormant somehow, like it's supposed to be. It could do more than just look pretty and spew water. And someone
Fuck
else seems.
symbolism.
Well, I mean, and then
While
finally,
Dante's having this chat and like fuck, so he's just like looking around barrels, just rooting around, seeing if he can find anything, listening
uh-huh.
to Jasmine and just like going fuck symbolism.
Finally, I mean, there seemed to be someone else living it with her, but not like, but as a guest, like in a separate guest room. Might be worth looking into. I don't know. I was half expecting her to just have teleported herself up to a bedroom and just trying to sleep it off, you know?
There's a body in the main hall. And at some
Right?
point, something needs to happen. There's a young man up for murder in a jail somewhere, and we're probably never going to be able to help him. We need to find her, see what she knows, prevent anything further happening like this. Moreover,
Honestly,
Alex Piper is lying on the floor, and I don't know what
exactly.
happens when he wakes up.
I would rather focus on that bastard.
Yeah, I guess Lucia will have to wait.
Right. She'll be back. No one ever truly abandons their bar.
Dante kind of squints at Jasmine and says, "Yeah, I suppose." Never
And
mind.
Jasmine's gonna walk over
Yeah,
to where you were keeping
let's
Alex
rejoin
Piper.
let's rejoin the others. Dante's
Yeah.
gonna rejoin the others.
I'm gonna
Okay.
have to go on a quick bathroom break. So
Okay,
I'll be right back.
let's have a bathroom break then.
Yes.
Dude, I have a fucking golden scene to come for y'all to come back to, dude.
No,
I
no,
thought of something great that
No.
I can do. I thought
No.
of something lovely.
no,
Alright?
no,
He's gonna do stand up.
no. I'm this close to just.
What the fuck do you want from me, bro? He's dead.
Maybe to not be a douche.
I'm not being a douche. I'm trying to help.
Oh no, totally.
I froze him. You'd be dead right now. I froze him. All right. He's sitting here like with his arm like this because if he wasn't, then you'd be dead right now.
No, I wouldn't be, hun. But you, sure.
He'd stab you.
I'll let you think that because he turned around. He turned away from Elizabeth. But sure. You're the good guy. You're the hero here. Yeah.
I'm the winner.
Mm.
None of us ever fucking asked for his name. I keep calling him Johnny Silverhand because I keep thinking about him like Keanu Reeves from the fucking E3 showing where he's like, Samurai, we got a city to burn. I never even played Cyberpunk, and I keep
Just
I love
Keanu Reeves.
I like it. It's good. Oh, that's
We
okay.
never asked him his name, so I'm just gonna call him Johnny Silverhand.
Who? No. He's not Johnny Silverhand.
Okay, I never even played Cyberpunk.
He's not Johnny
I'm
Silverhand.
gonna go fill up
You
my
cannot
water.
tell us who he is not because we do not know his name. So
I'm telling you now, he's not Johnny Silverhand.
no, but
Syriinx-
our characters don't know that.
Syriinx, don't.
Yo, Matt, I got such a
No
scene
metagaming.
in my bag. I got such a scene when I
No.
but I'm gonna
No.
Stop planning
What?
scenes.
What?
You just
Y'all need to listen now. Here.
y'all left for a bathroom break and I was here with shnaided. And he was like, oh, I have such a scene to come back to. And you just like a full on minute of him saying that and me just going, no.
I love how like, oh, there's a letter G on the bouquet, and he's grabbing his head like the rest of us haven't. Like, oh my God, might it be Grace? It's like, yeah, but like none of us had seen the flowers at Elizabeth's other than Elizabeth, you know. I'd be a bit rich to like go, hey, there was a fountain and some wilting flowers when we first met. That's why Dante was saying fuck symbolism.
I'm back. So, what are we talking about?
Hello.
You.
So
We're discussing you.
I was basically
Great.
saying, if you were going to be taken, if you're going to be taken to Mordor by somebody, would you be taken to Mordor? Would you choose to be taken to Mordor by Aragorn or Gimli with an Uzi?
Obviously, Gimli with an Uzi.
Wait,
Oh
do you mean
my-
Aragorn also has an Uzi?
No, Aragorn doesn't have an Uzi.
Also,
Aragorn's
why
just
Uzi?
Aragorn. Aragorn's just Aragorn. but
Can
Gimli
it
has an
be?
Uzi.
Can it be Boromir with a sniper rifle?
No, because there's a
No,
reason
and
why.
also-
Why not?
There's a reason why Gimli is definitely the wrong choice. Because Gimli would take you through Moria, and Gimli would get killed by the Balrog. Because an Uzi can't kill a Balrog.
No, he wouldn't. He's
Okay,
got
but
Uzi.
But still, it would be a fun time. Just as we have to survive. I would rather just hang out with Gimli than with Aragorn. Aragorn is so serious.
I would actually just
I had such a
go
man.
hang back in the Shire and avoid all the trouble.
I
Put
had
my feet up.
Yeah. I had such a
I
man.
would just,
I had such
you
a
know-
man crush on Aragorn.
Wait, who are we in this though? Who are we?
You're just you. You're just you.
yeah.
I'm just
Also,
me.
Yeah.
Gimli would allow me
I'm
to
gonna
have
die
second
very
breakfast.
quick if I'm just me.
Okay, we don't have much time because Syriinx needs to leave in
Yes.
a relatively amount of time, so we'll jump straight back into it. Okay, what are you guys doing?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Well, I'm gonna go over to Piper.
You can see. Okay, so your Piper is kind of completely unconscious. The silver-handed man is now a silver-handed and golden-armed man who is lying on the ground, just struggling, like, and like his veins standing out on his neck as he struggles madly. But he's not sort of like complaining as much. He just seems in his distress. Piper.
And what do we see Ned doing?
Yeah. Oh, you muted
You
yourself.
muted
mate.
yourself.
Yeah, you were unmuted
You're
and you
unmute,
muted
which
yourself to talk.
it might be for the best. It might be for the best.
As
Oh,
it comes
no.
up, it sees Ned has waddled his way to the stage with a band microphone, and it pans up slowly, and he just taps. He's like, "Is this thing on?" Hello, everyone. Lovely night. lovely night we're having. And so he takes out a little notebook and he's like, in an attempt to raise our spirits here, have a few jokes.
Okay, Elizabeth will be the first in the crowd to say, "Yo, shut the fuck up,
The second
dude.
you hear
Someone
him
just
saying,
died here."
the second he says jokes, people are going, "What's going on? Where's Lucia?" And then you start hearing noises like, "Fuck this, I'm leaving." And then you start hearing this dispersion in the groups at the moment. People are starting to like head for the door, and leave. What are you doing, Ned?
Well, there is one joke I want to say, and then afterwards I will do the actual thing. What do you get when you combine some iron ore and a cheating whore? That guy, and I point at Johnny Silverhand. And
Silverhand.
Ooh.
yeah,
My God.
and
Can I
that-
say at this point Dante is just heading for the fucking to take
Yeah.
over from Halford
and I
and
say,
bully him
well,
off the stage?
well, thank you everyone for having me tonight. I'm actually the opening act for our main man, Isadora, and I call him up to the stage.
You try to call Isadora up to the stage, but he's unable to. He just sort of stands there smiling as people are pushing out towards the door now. James Candle stands there with his pen in hand, and for a moment he looks like he's going to stop people, and then suddenly the slouch returns to his shoulders, his eyes become averted, and he goes and moves to the side.
Okay, the microphone. I toss it to Isadora, hoping he catches it. It just like
Bounces off his chest.
Bounces off his chest.
Can I take
the
it
floor.
and say something to the people? This is the time to say something to the people so they don't leave.
No.
I will also say something to the people so they don't.
No.
You tried.
You
You
tried.
failed.
You tried.
I haven't
Yeah.
even tried yet. It bounces
You made
off-
them leave, mate.
It bounces off his chest, hits the floor, and it makes like a loud squeak noise. I pull out another microphone from next to the
Yeah, but
Oh,
that
you're
one's not
really-
connected, so you shit out of luck.
You really
Right,
want
that-
PvP, don't you? You really want PvP, don't you? Oh, you're dying to get it, don't you?
It's automatic, dude. It was all an elaborate scheme.
Rifle's still there.
Dante, what are you saying?
He's fucking bleeding out and dying. Stop.
Dante will pick up the mic, say, "Hey, folks, ignore the bell end. He's a bit concussed from all the blows he took during the fight. He doesn't mean that.
We're not staying here. It's not safe.
It might be less safe outside.
You
Look,
don't know that. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know. Shut the fuck up.
I
Get
don't.
off the stage.
You're right. You're right. I don't. You're right. Also, I'm not on the stage. Listen. We all know that there is something going on, and everybody in this pub is keeping shush about it. You whisper about it. Some of you have even witnessed this shit before. You haven't left then. You let a young man take the fall for it. Most of you collectively have, and you have to live with that. Now it happened again. Well, here's the thing, people. You're not fucking helpless. Stop acting like it. Start acting like you have a fucking backbone. Get back and figure out, because one of you just took a hit for no apparent reason. And we all need to figure out what the fuck is going on.
As you start to say this, there's a bit of murmuring between them, and then a tall figure steps out from behind. You see the white-haired and albino features of Dr. Anselm. He steps forward and he goes, "You say we're in trouble. You say that we should stay. And you say that we allowed something to happen. You're a newcomer. An unknown. You don't know shit about what it's like to be one of us. We stayed because this is safe. Or so we thought it was. We're leaving now. And you are not going to stop us."
I'm not trying to stop you. I'm trying to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Right. If I may interject for a moment. Bar's closed, that's obvious. And I'm pretty sure we already figured out who did all this. I mean, he's right there. Jasmine points over at no, points over at Piper. So we're gonna deal with him. You all just make sure you get home safely And well, I mean, word travels. You'll hear it when the boss safe again.
Finally, someone speaking sense. We'll string up the actual perpetrator, along with the murderer, and the rest of us can go home and continue our sanctuary.
Call yourself a doctor, but I have something to say. That man, I point at Dante and I say, is the most justice-driven person I have ever met in my life. What if that was your body? And I point to the troll. How would you feel if I just walked out of here?
Oh, shut up, you bubbling buffoon. You think you're going
I'm a
to...
bubbling buffoon that did something.
Right,
You
Ned.
stood there, and you
Ned.
did not. You're a doctor. Patch me up right fucking now.
He stands there for a moment, staring at you. His hands pursed, and he's like, no.
Ned, having everyone around isn't going to make solving this stuff easier. It's just going to make a lot of people very uncomfortable. So just let them leave.
Home safe. Also,
Right.
I recommend switching to the coroner business. It might be more profitable soon.
Okay. Just say something to yourself because Jasmine is now attacking Ned. But as Ned says that, I think Elizabeth will be like, well, maybe by talking some sense into these people, not another person has to die. So it has some use. And she's still sitting by the troll.
Yeah.
You can still hear murmuring in the group, and there's a number of people who are stopping to sort of... and not leaving. Dr. Anselm looks to them and goes, fine. Put yourselves in harm's way then. And
This is what I want to do, because like Dante's pissed the fuck off, and what Ned said really, he throws the mic on the ground, gets up into Anselm's face directly, goes really, really up close to him, and he says, "You spineless you will fucking put these people out on the street rather than face this and figure it out and make the place safe. You will just tuck your tail and run."
Jasmine is going to...
No fucking idea. You come in here.
Don't give me one!
Fresh off the streets.
Tell me. Clue me in, Doc.
Coleman, leave the man alone. And Jasmine
no.
is going to try and shove Dante away from him.
I will try to, if Jasmine tries to do that, I will try to push Jasmine down to the fucking ground by not even touching her.
All right.
Right, a number of things are happening in very quick succession here.
Yeah.
So, first of all, as
Dante,
you step up to Dr. Anselm, you reach up to about his chin. And as he peers down at you, complete disdain on his spinally sort of thin features.
Dante thinks the man is a coward.
He looks back at you with sort of like sneering disdain, the right side of his mouth just twitching in disgust as he tells you essentially, you aren't one of us, you don't know what it's like. And as that happens, Elizabeth, Jasmine, you're going to try and push Dante away. And at the same time, Elizabeth is going to try and tackle Jasmine. So I need two
and I use my
toe-to-toes.
Elizabeth.
I will not tackle her. I will
push her
use
away.
my powers on her.
Your powers.
Okay, that makes much more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Two toe-to-toes, please.
I am stronger at night.
So how do you want to use your hurt point, huh? Bud, how do you want to use your hurt point, huh?
A hurt point?
You have a hurt point with Elizabeth.
Okay, so how do you attempt to stop Jasmine?
I literally...
This is going to happen really quickly, and you're going to have your action after Ned, because they're going to do their ones, and then immediately after you're going to yours.
Okay. So basically, the best thing I can think of, I just throw a microphone at her.
If you're helping her?
Like, no, hurting.
No hurting.
Hurting?
Using my hurt point.
Yeah, you can throw a microphone at her.
Not like violently, just kind of like, whoop, like underhanded, like a toss.
As a disorientation thing? Yeah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that.
Can we use the crew weakness, no clear leaders?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Absolutely, yeah. So who is using this right now? Every one of us, or what is this?
Everyone.
Both of you who are doing the go toe-to-toe roll, get the no clear leadership, I would assume.
It's not going to make any difference, but it's going to add to the attention of that theme, but yes.
Okay.
Because it's going to affect
No, but it
both.
gives a -1, right?
Yeah, but both of you are
Yeah.
-1. So it's going to end up neutralizing both of you. You know.
I mean, it's gonna pull down our power. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's doing something.
Okay,
That
but I'm
will.
selecting it. So,
Okay.
we're doing this.
Yeah. Would pub owner work here? Because the way I see it, Jasmine is taking the stance of the patrons here, because she's, as a pub owner, you have the responsibility to
I'll allow it.
to help them out. Yeah.
You're very much a pub owner here in your pub environment, protecting pub owners. I'll allow that for
All right. I think it's just
I still want to use
that
the
and
crew
stronger
team
at
of
night.
bar fights.
Use all the crew things to,
Do
like, as a fuck you. Just use bar fights and RPG. Just to say fuck you.
How did we get here?
Do I still have the contact? How long does that one
Contact is
last?
faded by this point.
All right, good to know. In that case, I only have a +1 total. Go toe to toe, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna roll at the same time?
I'm not gonna use bar fights. I'm not gonna
Okay.
do that. Okay,
No,
yeah.
no,
Roll
no.
in 3, 2.
Wait. No.
Wait.
Wait, it's
Let me know
not
when to keep the
selecting.
count.
Wait.
Let me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Syriinx, which ones are you taking?
Okay, I don't know if it's. I'm not taking any of the crew teams.
No. I mean, which ones of yours?
No clear leadership and the heaviness of the heart.
All right, just
Okay.
those two.
So just those two.
Wait,
right.
do we all
Right.
take attention to crew?
Yeah, the crew takes attention. Definitely.
You better use
Definitely
my
takes
fucking hurt
attention.
point.
Okay. So.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Roll.
Oh, it's a 6 for me and a
Okay, but
4
that's
for
not.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dude, that is like
Okay.
You just like fumble like toddlers.
So technically, Jasmine wins,
Yeah.
but neither of you managed to succeed.
Yeah.
So, Elizabeth, you extend your hand out and try to focus on Jasmine, and as you do, your will kind of wraps around her and it just snaps immediately. But as she reaches forwards to try and push Dante away, your will kind of has a lingering pull on her, and she sort of staggers a little bit, misses Dante, and staggers to the ground on one knee. It just looks like you both had a little bit of a stumble on the spot. And as you do that, Dr. Anselm's just going to go, "You come in here, look at us, and think you're one of us." Turns on his heels, go, "You're barely part of our world." And he's going to turn and he's
I
going
want
to
to do a
storm
roll.
out. Go for it.
I want to do a roll before he leaves. Before he does, like, I'm not giving him the last word. Fuck that guy. I want to roll a convince, but on the crowd rather than him. But I will be like Dante will be addressing him, but he's really working the crowd.
Okay.
And he will say,
Showman.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. And he will
I'm
say,
the same person.
not really. It's not enough that you poison yourself and your own mind, and you're a fucking coward. But you're letting these other people take a back foot and not defend themselves, and you're leading them to their doom. He slightly turns to James and says, "That young man there wouldn't be standing here if he followed your advice. You told him to just turn the other fucking cheek, walk around, breathe even. I mean, that wasn't bad advice, but the rest of it was pure bollocks, mate. If he followed your advice, Alex Piper would have done what he set out to do, and this entire place would have been a bloodbath. If we had any love for the man lying down there in a pool of blood, if you want to honor him, you will stay here and see this through and not tuck tail and run."
Give me a convince check, please. With +1. I'm not going to tell you what the +1 is.
Yeah, moral armor.
Yeah.
I'm fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
Logical analysis
Yeah.
due to what I discerned about James.
Yeah. I'll allow that.
My broad doesn't apply, I don't think. All right.
Right.
Thanks.
You are rolling well right now.
Right?
Okay. He pauses for a moment as you say this. What status would you like to give people?
For people, I want them to give a fuck.
Okay. He stands
That's
there.
Dante's whole thing, right?
He stands there at the door for a second, the people murmuring around him, and he turns back and he goes, as he can see that everyone is beginning to question him, and he goes, there's still one or two that are staying with him, and he goes, fine, we will always have the theatre. And he turns on his heel, and as he goes to walk out the door, he goes, James! And James is going to stand there, look at Dr. Anselm, look at you, look at Dr. Anselm, and he's going to go, James! He goes, he's going to follow him out the door.
Oh, fuck. Come on, mate.
Careful out there.
Ned
Streets are
tells-
dangerous at night.
Ned flips his notebook and tells another joke. What do you get when you cross a useless
Shut up, Halford.
with a useless degree? That guy. And
Out of character, are all of his punchlines bad guys?
That guy.
no, but I don't know how to do stand up out of character, so that's just
He doesn't have a lot of blood left.
Yeah. Can I? No, never mind. I'm bleeding out. I don't have much.
So you watch Dr. Anselm
Hmm.
leaves with about 5 or 6 people. The rest of the people seem to stay, and you watch as they move to the dead troll's side and begin to tend to the body.
Hey, join me.
Ned falls off the stage, passed out.
Rightfully so, for fuck's sake.
and Jasmine is gonna get a very just a bottle of water from the fridge behind the bar and walk up to Piper. Time to wake this guy up.
Do I lose Dance with the White Lady, by the way?
That is gone, yes.
All right. I assume the White Lady's not here anymore.
Oh no, the White Lady is one of the people who've stayed.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, who do we go to first?
Me, I'm dying.
I'm sorry, you're dying. You're the one throwing punchlines. I'm at least trying to do something while I'm bleeding out. How about that, huh? How about that?
Imagine getting hit.
Imagine.
Could you imagine?
Okay, you're moving. So what are people doing? People are going to Alex Piper.
Yeah. Jasmine definitely is, with a bottle of cold water to toss him in his face, see if she can wake him up and question this person.
If possible, this being, be it male or female, looks even more attractive asleep. They're just drop dead gorgeous. There's something. They're just so very. But there's also, as you can see closely now, there's something also slightly cruel about their features. It's not a kind beauty. It's a sharp beauty. And it's something you didn't quite notice before. It's the difference between like a beauty of a flower and the beauty of a cold marble statue. And as you get closer to it now, what are you going to do?
Did anyone tie him down or anything like that?
It's just lying unconscious.
All right, in that case, I'm gonna look for a maintenance cabinet. Look for some duct tape.
Yeah, you can find that pretty easily. There's plenty of band equipment that has duct tape and that kind of stuff. You can definitely tie them up with a couple of guitar just wires that connect from the guitar to the amp.
Yeah.
All
right. I'm gonna tie his hands down, hands behind his back and his ankles together before I wake him up.
Are you waking him up here on the stage, or are you what are you going to do with him?
No. Tie him down, and I mean, I kind of just first wait to see if anyone of the others joins me.
Elizabeth is
no one, I assume.
I'm helping the people tend to the body.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking to people for now.
In that case, Jasmine is gonna drag him off stage in a different room, into a different room.
There's the kitchen. There's the stairs upstairs. And There's the upstairs room.
Well, let's go to the kitchen.
Okay.
She's feeling hopeful.
Take him to the kitchen. Whilst you take him to the kitchen, Dante, Elizabeth, Ned, what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm currently very busy dying. So.
You are you're unconscious. If you want, yeah.
Ned is gonna take a little nap.
As your
the medkit conveniently next to him. Should any passerby wish to assist?
No one will.
As you are lying unconscious, you are pushed over onto your back, and you feel cool hands against your chest, and you slightly flicker open your eyes, and you see this very pale white lady standing over you, and she's going, "I had a beautiful dance." And she begins over, and she goes, "I really liked your jokes, actually." She's going to reach out and start to tend to your wound.
Thank you.
She is very bizarre up close. Her touch is very cold.
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, I imagine I like out of character. I imagine she's some kind of ghost, like the dancing lady, like is a spirit. Okay, I would love it if you told me how okay I am now.
She will once she's done tending to you. I'll tell you. But Elizabeth,
Okay,
Dante.
sure, thank you.
Yeah,
Do we still have
hey.
maddened? We don't, right?
No, Madden's gone. With Alex being knocked unconscious, Madden's gone.
Yeah. Do I still have bludgeon
Mm-hmm.
from where I was elbowed in the face?
Yep. You still have bludgeon.
Okay.
Hey, so yeah, Elizabeth over here never left the dead body of the troll guy, so when people are coming to tend to him, she's gonna help them, even though she's stabbed very nastily and she's owies, but she's still gonna help them tend to the dead body.
You can see out of the people tending to this body, there's a number of them that are tending to them. There's also a white-faced guy who looks very confused by this whole thing, but has stayed for some reason, and you get the feeling he's probably actually not an awakened rift. He's just a guy who's gotten wrapped up on all of this. And as you begin to, he's probably going to forget the whole thing by tomorrow. You begin to tend to the body, and all you can manage to do is sort of staunch up what wounds there are, close his eyes, put him in some respectable pose, and you notice that two of these women, who you can see are rather ugly-looking women, almost on the verge of being hags, though they're dressed like normal clothes, take him in their arms, and they say they'll look after the body and take it to its proper burial or whatever ending they need for it. They seem like they were very close to him, though. Is there anything you want to do with the body before they take it?
No, I'm not gonna do anything to the body before they take it. I'll peacefully let them take it.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with dead bodies.
Okay. Dante?
I'd like to investigate. While we're all helping out, I'd like to just chat to the crowd to get like a temperature check on what do they think about the Witcher Hound? What did Ansel mean? You know, one of us, you don't know what it's basically that allusion to you don't know what it's like. I want to find out what the fuck it's like.
Give me an investigation. This is going to be a -1 because everyone is in kind of shock. But yeah.
That's okay. Doesn't miss a detail.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna talk about how this has happened before. Recurring pattern.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna mention a few criminal figures around town who may have been involved. So knowledge of the city's underworld.
I'm afraid that is not going to help.
Okay. That's then. That then. Yeah, I think that's that.
Okay. With a power of 3. Have you rolled, or is that the previous roll?
No, I haven't rolled it. Yeah, that's previous.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I'm
wow.
just thinking whether I could use no reputation. I could use to our advantage the fact that we are new and a fresh look might help.
I like that.
I think I can allow that.
Yeah, you should.
So yeah, I'm using no reputation, guys.
Yeah.
Righty. I think that one.
Okay, investigate.
Have you all, by the way, marked
12.
attention on the card?
Fucking hell,
Yep.
you're rolling well.
Well,
Okay.
oh my
You're
god.
stealing all of the good rolls.
Yeah.
I only rolled once and it was a 4.
Look, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing. Yeah, I'm doing character. I've merged with Dante. Oh God, God help me.
What questions would you like to know?
It's only a matter of time.
One, I would like basically, what did Anselm mean in particular?
Okay.
What are the dangers that they're facing? What is life? I don't want to be like the rookie, like, hey, someone showed me the ropes. More like, what was Anselm talking about?
Okay. You ask around, and a number of people are sort of hesitant to talk to you. Though you see a rather sort of like spotty teenager who is one who is hanging around with James a lot, who seems to have. Spotty has got a scruff of a beard, and you can't even tell, but the beard seems to be changing length depending on the angle you look at him. And as you start speaking to, he goes, "Oh, well, it was it's a bit complicated."
I deal in complicated, mate. You can just tell me.
Well, we're not exactly safe on the streets. Our kind, that is.
Because?
Well, at the moment it's the Tasty Boys, but before that, well, there was other things and other things before that, and it's things get us, you know, when you awake, and places like this, they're just safe for us. Well, they were.
So what else are people doing about it?
We're hiding.
That's it.
I don't think you understand. We're
I'm
like
not judging. I just want to know.
we're like weak by comparison
To what?
to what's out there.
Not what it looked like to me. Looks like a pub full of people who could take care of themselves but choose not to.
You ain't seen what out there then.
Maybe. Dante.
Anselm's mean, yeah, but he genuinely means good. He's one of the ones who's been keeping us safe.
Has he? Tell me more about him. That's the second clue. I want to know more about Anselm.
You talk to this guy for a while longer, and he tells you that Anselm was once a very rich businessman who lived up in Barrow Ridge, and his whole world fell to pieces when his awakening came. As far as this guy knows, it's his doctorship is in some PhD that he did, not a medical doctor, but he still calls himself Dr. Anselm. You talk to him a bit more, and from what you can tell, Dr. Anselm just turned up, as people do, turn up in this place and begin to look after people by offering them shelter in his house, in his flat, and protecting people. And he became sort of a bit of a community bastion, whereby people were coming to him for protection during the night times, especially if your awakening has led you to leave home. He was very accommodating.
Interesting. Okay. I don't suppose this clue would also provide me with where Anselm is.
That would you'd have to spend another clue for that.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 2 clues. I'm done.
Your clues. Okay.
Right.
Jasmine.
Yeah. So
You.
I'd say,
Yeah.
yeah, I take him into the kitchen, and I take a kitchen rag. Make sure to shove it in his mouth before he wakes up. Make sure that he won't start talking before I allow him to. And after all that is done, gonna prop him with his back against the wall, and I'm opening up the cold bottle of water and tossing it in his face.
Okay. The water splashes into his face, and it kind of somehow, as you splash it onto his face, it turns into like a Nivea commercial. As it's like splashes across his hair, and he wakes up, but it's sort of a handsome way of waking up, if that's possible.
Oh my god!
And as he begins to wake up, he's like he looks over and he goes, "Oh,
Right.
what happened?
Hey,
Why am
I've got the rag in his mouth, so he can't
Oh
talk.
yeah, you've got a rag in his mouth. He just
Yeah.
moans. He just moans.
Right. Are we going to behave?
He sort of looks at you confused, and as he does, you hear a voice in your head that goes, "Sasha cheated on you."
Oh no, we're not doing that. And I punt him in the face.
You punch him in the face. His jaw goes to one side, and the voices stop for a second.
All right, we're not going to do any of that. You're tied up. I'm not. I just want to talk. All right, nothing going on in my head. Just words from the mouth. All right. Do I make myself clear? All right. And as he nods, I pull the rag out of his mouth. Right. So that there was a mess. You remember any of it?
No.
Yeah?
No.
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 Right, well, that's gonna make things difficult because kind of the same for me. All I know is that you had something to do with it.
All I know is you had something to do with it.
Right, because of you.
But how do I know it wasn't because of you?
Because I do not attack my friends, my co-workers, I suppose.
Me neither.
Without reason.
Me neither.
Right. All right, let's focus on you then. What can you do other than drive people mad? Do you have a word for it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I play music, I sing.
You really don't know?
Yes.
Come on, mate, you're tied up with your back against the wall.
That's all your work, not mine.
Certainly. If... Fuck. Alright, how about this then? I mean, it's pretty clear that you just cause people to attack each other. One could say,
about.
well, there's a lot of eyewitnesses. So I'd say that is reason enough.
Eyewitnesses of one man attacking another girl. How do I tie into that?
I mean, you told him to.
When did I do that?
Fuck.
As far as I remember, I sang a song.
All right. You just wait right here. And she's just awkwardly going to try and stuff the rag back into his mouth.
As you start, he goes, "Bye," and you stuff it back in.
And I'm gonna go back to the others. Right. Mr. Coleman. I think you could help out. Could you give me some time, a moment of your time?
Sure. What's he saying?
Right. So it is. Look, I haven't done a lot of interrogating. I kind of always sucked at it.
Yeah,
and I also don't remember much of what happened, which is kind of a issue. Could you come over and
let's get our facts together first.
Yeah, do the old good cop bad
There's
cop
been
thing.
4 murders that we know of.
Right.
3 of them are recent.
Yeah.
Amy and other 2 victims we don't know the names or locations of.
Mm-hmm.
There was one old one in Asphodel Theatre approximately 20 years ago. Very similar circumstances. It made the papers back then, which...
Can we do this where he is at? Because I feel
No,
like this
because
could
they would
threaten
hear
him.
us.
Yeah,
Um,
it's threatening. Reading out the evidence, you know? Good cop, bad cop.
yeah, but I'm just saying, let's get our facts together first.
Right, all right.
So he's done this at least possibly 3 other times. I don't think he's
Possibly.
old enough to have done the one 20 years ago, do you?
I mean, honestly, with the way he looks, he could be any age if he's got just make me look good powers or whatever you would call it.
I suppose. That didn't cross my mind, you're right.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. I already punched him in the face, so I think it's best if you go with good cop.
Ah,
At that moment, there is a loud gulping noise as Elizabeth takes her glass of water, which is still intact, on one of the tables, and swallows down 3 of the pills she got as she
painkillers,
approached.
yeah.
Yeah.
Temporary pain relief 3.
Yes, as
Nice.
she approaches the group and says, like, okay, let's go hear this asshole talk.
3 of us.
Ned, you're gonna be
Yeah, why not?
you're gonna be fully at this point. You're gonna be healed 2 of your bleeding from her actions, but it seems that's the most she can actually do.
Okay. One
Look,
day, as
yeah.
I'm waking up, right, I'm just like, thank you a lot. I've been wandering all night for that. I need to ask you a favor.
You're not getting my number.
That's unrelated completely.
I don't
That-
even have a
that-
phone.
Oh, that's pretty sad. That redhead with the blue eyes in the corner. She likes the pizzazz, but she is good. Could you like do what you did here over there?
Are you asking a favor?
I don't know why you said it like that, but yes.
Wonderful. And she's going to sort of like off you as she darts over to Elizabeth and begins to start tending to your wound on your shoulder. Elizabeth.
Um, all right, this is unexpected. Thank you for the help. But wait, could we
Hi, I'm Mericia. And she just keeps tending to your wound.
Dude, I'm shitting my pants IRL right now. What the fuck did I just do?
Yeah.
Can
Did
I
you
just say,
say she's Marisha?
I'm Mericia.
Okay.
All right, pleasure. We're kind of in the middle of something.
I've been asked a favor. I have to fulfill it, I'm afraid. I won't be a moment.
Isn't that-
And she continues to tend to Elizabeth's shoulder.
um,
Ned
Be-
gets,
before-
dude, wait, sorry, hold up. And Ned gets up and he like waddles and he's still like bleeding. You said stabbed 2, right? Stabbed 2.
You're stabbed too now, yeah.
Okay, so Ned gets up and he like as he's walking he picks up like a shot glass and he looks at it and there's like some splinters and shattered glass inside and then he puts it down, picks up another one and keeps and goes.
yeah, Dante turns to Ned, says, "Be nice to find out what theater Anton went to."
What?
Never mind.
He said it would be
Seriously,
nice
what
to
you
find
say?
out.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I
be
didn't
nice
hear
to
it as
find
well.
out what theater Anselm went to.
Mm.
You're a showman. You would
sure.
You would like to know what theater. Can you imagine that guy occupying a stage instead of more talented people?
I would love to see the look on his face when he sees me performing on that stage.
Exactly. Let's find out where it is.
Let's fucking go. Ow.
Right, but before all that, could we deal with
yeah.
Mr. Piper?
I call over to Isadora. Like, get over here, big boy. We got stuff to do.
Okay.
Okay. And
Ch-
yeah.
Right, so the three of you, you coming with Coleman and I, or what are you going to do?
I think I'm gonna talk to this famed Alex Piper who started this whole thing.
Do not turn him into gold, all right? We need him
No.
talking.
Unnecessary.
Unless he goes haywire again.
No, just the moment you hear something in your head, just punch him in the face, or one of us punch him in the face. It seems to work.
Sure.
All right then.
All right, I'm going to lead them to the kitchen, to where I
You
got
lead
him.
them to the kitchen where Alex is standing, sitting up straight backed, watching you guys, eyebrow raised, mouth still covered.
Yeah, I take it out of his mouth. All right, I brought a couple of colleagues. Take it away.
First of all, this is a kind of weird question, but how old are you?
How old are you? Very rude question indeed.
39. You?
Can I have a question? Why am I being tied up?
Right, about that.
Because we can't trust you.
Why can't you trust me?
Look, you did something to me that made me, well, kind of lightheaded.
I'm sorry.
Do stuff, and
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean,
Not a
I don't know
difficult
what else we
calculus,
could.
really. Problems started when you started talking. Problems stopped when we knocked you out.
Correlation and not exactly necessarily means that it's true.
Nothing else was happening at the time.
Plenty of things aren't happening during things that are happening. You're
You
saying
tried
that
to do it just
simply
now
because
on my colleague, and she had to punch you in the face. Remember?
and from my perspective, she simply punched me in the face.
Well,
I
not
don't know
for
why
mine.
she did that.
Have you ever had any weird food cravings recently?
Me?
Yeah, you. What's your diet look like?
I particularly like anchovies.
Dante, I don't think it's.
Are you single?
Now is the time to.
I don't really believe in single. I don't really believe in relationships either. I just believe in fluidity, you know? We're all
Can we-
beings of openness, aren't we?
You
Can we
don't
focus on what's going on?
Let him
I'm
go on.
answering questions. I'm continuing to.
I turn to Jasmine. I say, "You said take it away," and I turn back to Piper. Go on. You don't believe in relationships?
Does the wolf have a relationship? Does the lion? A relationship is an entirely human creation. It's entirely built on lies.
No, really, swan's made for life.
Yeah, penguins made for life.
And then again, you have penguins that do all sorts of naughty things.
I swear to God, if you answer another question with a question, you are not gonna have a good time the rest of the night.
Why am I being in trouble? Why am I being interrogated? I've done nothing.
No.
That's exactly what this is.
Oh, okay. Shh.
Look.
Hey, Ned. Shh. It's okay. No, we're just having a very insightful conversation here. So you don't believe in loyalty? Being loyal to someone?
Loyalty is a word. Words.
Yes, very insightful. It is a word.
Flop around and do very little in the wind.
God, I'll be right back. I need a drink.
She's
Jasmine's gonna walk off.
She's starting to get it.
Let's talk a bit more about correlation. Daniel Haberman.
See, the reason I don't believe in loyalty or relationships is, and she turns to you, Elizabeth, and they turn to you, Elizabeth, and they go, it's because imagine you're married to a beautiful wife and someone just more interesting comes along, someone more appealing, someone just more engaging. What do you do? Are you stuck? Are you trapped? No, you break free.
person. You leave the person. You don't need to hurt them, do you? Or do you believe
No.
that?
It's all in their mind, though.
So once you kill someone, they suddenly
Kill
realize they should
someone?
you?
Kill? I would never
Oh, sorry. Mortally injure. Is that better?
mortally
Mortally injure.
injure. We were having a fairly appropriate conversation about the nature of relationships in mankind. I don't know how we reached this point.
Oh no, we're talking about the consequences. So okay, take hypothetically speaking, your proposal, you're married to someone, they find someone better. What do? You set yourself free. How do you do that?
I just move on.
And how do you move on?
We're focusing a lot on my personal life. Very
No, we're
interesting,
talking
but
about your hypothetical example. So let's keep talking about your hypothetical example. How do you move on, you would say?
just
Jasmine returns with a whiskey. Right, has he told you anything yet? Has he told us why he did it?
I just
remember
ignore it and I just keep looking at Piper.
he just looks at you and goes, "Come on. You know how it goes."
Hey, I'm asking for your insights here, boy.
My insights.
Yeah, how do you say you move on from such a position? Your partner has someone better. You think your partner has someone better. They're cheating on you.
Oh, if they are well, in that case, I find someone better. I always find someone better. I'm perfect.
So just
Listen,
leave.
man, that's really cramping my style. I'm the perfect one. Fuck you.
I mean, I admire arrogance, but only when it's well deserved. And between you and me, let's just say I'd look better on a magazine cover.
Yeah, but your personality
Orange.
sucks.
Oof, very rude.
Listen, I don't like you very much because you're the one who I heard Todd's voice in my head when I said that, and that really confused me.
I don't
But
know who Todd
basically-
is.
And so my question to you is, what do you think of your boss? Do relationships in all matter count like that? Why are you still here?
Right, what about Lucia?
Yeah,
Lucia.
you ready to move on from that?
Lucia's very kind. She looks after me, but that's all. Nothing between us.
You have one friend?
I have many friends. But friends are like all things, they're temporary.
While these conversations are happening, I want to say that Dante fishes out a piece of folded paper from his pocket, opens it, extracts a single red seed, and starts just twirling it in his fingers, looking at how Piper reacts to it.
What are you doing with that?
I don't know. What do you want me to do with it?
Struck a nerve.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Takes out his too. And that takes out his one from his pocket. But it's only temporary. You seem pretty attached to these.
He will leave you. He will leave you and find someone better.
I punch him in the face.
Okay, well, alright.
What did he say?
No. There's no need for that.
He will leave you, and he will find someone better.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Just
just a taste, right? That's what you were promised in the beginning.
Oh.
Just a taste.
Yep.
I have no idea. You have
You
no
cut
idea.
out.
He just says you have
Well,
no
tell me.
idea.
So tell me then. Provide me with one.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you have had one of these?
You know what? The sad thing is, as much as we all want to dislike this fucker, he's also a victim.
You think
Dante just folds it back, puts it back in his pocket, and says, "You were at the scene of at least 3 murders. I don't know how old you are, so I can't place you at the 4th. This was the latest. You may not believe me this right now, Piper, but that's the simple truth of it. When
So
Harberman battered Amy Northwall to death, and people just stood there looking at it, you were in the middle of it. We already know this. And you already know this. You're just denying it to yourself. You know that something's wrong, right? You are missing segments of time from your life that you cannot account for. And you choose to ignore that. But this is that shit catching up to you.
Give me a convince check, please.
Okay.
nice.
Logical analysis
Yeah.
doesn't miss a detail,
Mhm.
recurring patterns. Anyone want to help?
I can't. I really wish I could.
I still have my seed out if that helps.
Your
That's
seed
the whole
does.
thing.
Your seed out is gonna help. Yeah.
So using a help point?
I already used my help point.
Oh,
earlier,
sorry.
But the seed out will help.
environmentally. Yeah.
The seed being
Okay.
out will help.
Okay, so I'm not taking points for it. It's just like narratively. it will help.
Narratively, it will help. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a help point, but I don't know how I would help in this situation.
Make
alright.
him feel bad with your feel bad ray.
That's not actually
I'm
a
sorry,
bad suggestion.
I
Make him
read-
feel contrite?
The title of this episode should be he said Todd voice and it made me confused.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll. Let's go.
Hey.
Fucking hell!
12.
My
Oh my-
God.
no.
Jesus
12?
Christ! What?
Fuck off. How are you
How?
doing this?
No. It's Dante Coleman. Get it right.
You're
Oh
using
my-
weighted dice.
Right.
Weighted dice.
Okay.
What are you complaining about? This is the critical time to do that.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's lovely. I'm just like surprised.
Me too.
Bro, one day there's gonna be like a thing where you're about to die, and then all of this luck will catch up to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It will. Yep.
He sits
Oh my
there, sort of
God.
twitching for a moment. He goes, "Fine. Ask the right questions, then."
What do you remember?
Nothing. Everything. Euphoria. Madness. Fucking oblivion. And everything in between. I remember a packed opera house. Music. And I joined in, tapping my little hands against my little legs. And then... hell.
Elijah, you were just a child then.
Yes.
Right.
He was cheating on his boyfriend.
You knew this.
I didn't know until I started to play. And then I did. And it was too late. And he was killing him. I didn't mean to do it ever again after that. I gave up on music for a very long time, and then just things started to change. When others started to mature in a very specific way, I became nothing other than perfect. Do you understand?
How'd you meet Lucia? Being perfect?
Many years later.
No.
Lucia I met when I was in need of a gig and I had gotten back into music again, but I was in control of the whole thing.
I was in control for a while, and then some people followed me back to my house, threatened to hurt me, and I unleashed it on them, and I hurt them. I made them turn on one another, made them go home and kill their wives. Didn't even mean to. Then more came back, and I couldn't do the same. Something stopped me, and they broke in. They tied me down, and they fed me it. After that, well, everything's been shades of grey.
You're becoming the hitman then. You're killing people off just so you can get a taste.
I don't know what I'm doing.
And then,
I don't
you know,
feel myself anymore. I don't feel here anymore.
What are you saying, Ned?
The seed, like it's a pearl, with the, and he looks at him through it, and he's just like the white-haired man, right?
Yes.
Yeah, who is he?
Well, he
His face seemed familiar.
tried to do the same thing to me. I was having a lovely interview with a reporter about exactly what we're talking about here. Walked into the diner, and I walked out, and the diner was gold.
Do you have a name? Like, yeah.
Only the name he chooses, not his real name. None of the people in this kind of world have their real name. Everyone chooses a
Shit.
name. They call him William Red Knuckle, on account of all the people he's beaten.
William
Right.
Redknuckle. Does this ring any bells?
No.
No, Jasmine, it
Shit.
doesn't. But it's something on the edge of your memory that is just niggling at you. Very annoying.
Yeah.
It's like a half
Oh
remembered.
my
It's like a
God.
half remembered song, just out of tune. It's driving you nuts.
Alex, the voice in you. Can you tell us anything about that? Any memories of it?
The voices I make, you mean?
No. The one that tells you what to do.
No voice tells me what to do. I just
Don't know.
go black. And things happen.
Would you have any idea why this place is targeted? For what purpose? Why would someone try to harm Lucia's sanctuary?
Trying to make it
I don't know.
not a safe place anymore.
I don't know. It's the safest place in the city. Apart
That's the thing.
Apart from the theater. But
The same theater, Asphodel.
yes.
I see.
Well, that's the thing. This William Redknuckle. Bloody face. I mean, he's clearly trying to make it clear that this isn't a safe place, trying to get people to go somewhere else, either
Right.
to directly affect Lucia or to affect them. So the theater,
May
they're
also
going
be
to the theater.
compromised.
It's not
Huh?
William, though.
Is it not?
William. William's hammer. This is done by something far more precise.
I can concur. He said he was working for someone. That she didn't care how he went about it.
He.
But yeah. she
Right,
was
so we're
very
dealing
adamant.
with a woman.
I mean, yeah, but he also said that William was dumb. So
Shit. Well, whoever it is, they're trying to, again, either affect Lucia or affect the patrons. My guess is it's the patrons trying to get them somewhere else. Theater seems like a logical place.
Yeah.
hey, Alex, are your bandmates like you?
I suppose.
Hungering for a taste?
I'm a bit of an asshole, so you may put up with me.
Dante very earnestly looks Alex in the face and tells them, "So, you know it's going to come back at some point, right? They're going to issue a new command, and you're going to have to follow it. Lose yourself, black out, and do their bidding."
You see this, and you can see that he's crying at these words, very, very softly, and he goes, "Yes,
How would you want to prevent it?
you can't prevent it. There's no way of preventing it. You just do what you're told."
What if you didn't play?
You do it anyway.
So short of putting you into a coma, you're saying we can't do anything.
Welcome to hell.
Is there anything you haven't told us yet? I feel like this would be a good time.
It's a woman. It's definitely a woman. I don't know why I know that, but I know that. Certain.
I think I have a way of finding out who this William Ratknuckle is, or at least I sure hope I do. But yeah, I'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Ned whispers to Dante, "I think our most solid lead is the reporter I met."
Yeah, maybe. I want to go to Asphodel. Make sure James is safe.
Yeah, but like, I'm also very worried that every second that they are walking the streets alone, that William Redknuckle is walking in the alleyways.
Yeah.
It's been a while since this happened, and I gotta be honest, the only recording I assume that this man ever has of him threatening me and forcing me to do what Alex Piper happened is owned by this woman, and you know.
Okay. And that's what we do.
So then,
There is what.
what does that mean for me?
There is
Yeah,
one more thing.
Yeah.
Actually. You know, Alex Piper was your name. You convinced me. It's all temporary. You know, whatever. And I hold the seed up like this, like I'm about to take it, and I want to make a take a risk roll.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wait.
Okay. I'm not actually gonna take it. Okay, I want to say that.
What is the risk you're taking? Because I might be able to help.
I want to make him say something he shouldn't, you know, because I feel like, okay, I know this might be bad for Dante with his strategy of good cop, but I want to make him like blurt something out to stop it, or like I take it back, or something like that. You know?
Okay, give me a take a risk. You're gonna have to make it high
Wouldn't
to
that be
convince.
convinced? Or
I mean, this is on the edge of. Yeah, this is not take a risk because you're not actually gonna take it. So it's gonna be.
Okay.
I mean, if it was take a risk, you'd be. Okay, the difference is if you're taking a risk, you'd be going to actually take it, and you'd only stop taking it if he intervened. If you're convincing him, you're trying to convince him that you are gonna take it, but you don't take it.
Okay, so I'm trying to do a facade. Would it be
Facade would be convince. So facade would be convince.
Okay. Shameless. Keeping up appearances, I guess.
I'm going to accidentally help you.
I want to
because
invoke the weakness tag sore loser.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow that.
Yeah. Okay. How does?
And I'm going to help you. Because Jasmine thinks you are actually about to take this thing, and I think her very candid. What are you doing? I think that might help.
I just my goal here is to incite a reaction out of him that we are not expecting, or something like that.
Yeah.
Convince.
So yeah, did you add the +1 for me?
Right. As it is about to touch your lips, he goes, no, no, no! And he's going to dive for your hand and try and grab your arm and pull it away, and he's going to screech at the top of his lungs and go, they kill you! They kill you! And he's going to pull it away from your hand.
Well, he's still tied up, right?
No, but he's just like with arms clutching at his shoulder, yeah. Desperately trying to stop you from doing it.
His hands are at his back.
Oh, right, behind his back, then he's just going
behind his back,
Then he's just going to shoulder barge you, and that's it. That's all he can do.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, does he actually hit me?
He's going to try and stop you from taking it, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just like, oh, you see now why we can't trust you. I don't mean to be that guy, but I think it's best if you come with us.
Halford, what the fuck?
You should stop playing the guitar for a while. What the violin? What was his thing?
Look, hold on. Mr. Piper, Mr. Piper, do you know anyone outside the city?
Not anymore.
Any places you could go to outside the city?
Don't take that pill.
I won't. But you see now why you can't trust yourself. Just to be safe. And so
I can't trust myself. I tried to stop you from hurting yourself.
Right.
You need a place to stay, away from people.
There's no way you can keep me where I will be safe. There's no place you can take me.
Not even outside the city.
Aren't you fucking getting it? There's nowhere to go.
Take a boat, sail out into the bay, buy a lot of food, and hunker down for a couple of months.
I can't go out on a boat. I'm terribly seasick.
I know.
Better to be seasick than an accidental murderer, don't you think?
You don't see how it works. I'm not. There's nowhere I can go. There's no distance. They don't find me. I'm theirs.
Then fight back.
Shit.
There isn't any way to fight back.
A minute ago you said correlation wasn't causation.
I was lying. I lie a lot.
But that is sort of true, isn't it? There must be a way to fight back. I know I sound flippant telling it to someone who's suffered under their thumb, but I have to believe there's some way to fight back.
Kill her. Burn the tree.
The tree.
They all come from somewhere. It's a feeling of unity between them all.
Do you know how many of you are there?
I've taken 2. I have.
Sorry. The tree, you're saying?
I don't know where it is. I don't know how to get to it. I just know that it must exist. It's certainty. The second you take the pill, you know it is certain. It is like...
We know one.
It is like... And he looks up at you and he meets your eyes, Elizabeth, and he goes... It's like...
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth, either.
Oh.
Oh, Elizabeth?
Syriinx? Hi? Oh, yeah.
I notes, yeah. Hi.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry. He meets your eyes and he just goes, it's like your fate's been chosen for you. It's like you're going home.
Can I reach out? I am gonna lower down onto my knees in front of him, and with a very pained expression, cup his face, so with both of my hands, and say, you're not going down. And I would like to use one of my abilities I previously used to see a lot about this person. I would like to use the mark.
Give me an investigation check, please.
Yes.
Reading Ned's thing though at the moment is quite funny. Shamelessness, keeping up appearances, sore loser, dance with a white lady, stabbed, pain relief. I'd love to give that to like a really good writer and say like, write a story with this.
Ned's a fucking mess right now, bro. He's still.
That's I don't know if how long that put at rest is still lingering. It's still the same night, but I don't know if it.
That will linger. Yeah, that will definitely work for this.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely work for
All
this.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. So I'll use the mark and then I don't know. I'm gonna just put this out there. I have easy to be around and a sense for emotions, and I don't know. I feel like it may work, but I don't know.
A sense for emotions, yeah, easy to be around.
Is the white lady just still like chilling, healing?
Oh, she's right. She's still tending to Elizabeth's shoulder. She just hasn't said a word. Elizabeth, you're down 2 on your damaged, on your stabbed. Your stabbed's gonna go down by 2.
Okay. Nice. Well then I guess my pain relief, like I guess I also just lower it.
Your pain relief is just lower it by 1 because it's not.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll put pain relief equal to the stabbed I still have, so 1.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And I will do my weakness tag here as well of the pain of knowing.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna find out some shit, hopefully.
Big moment, guys.
All right. And then with that, I will. What is it?
It is a investigation check.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hell yeah, 40.
Yes.
And this is gonna be interesting because the white lady is still touching me.
As you reach out and press your hands to his face, 2 things happen at once. The incredible beauty of his features seems to temporarily shift and fade, and beneath it you see a handsome but rather tired-looking androgynous person with wrinkles at their eyes, a very sort of weary and battered look about them. And as you press your hands to their face, behind them you watch as the different versions of this person's demise leave their body. Each one of them are similar to when you did it to the Tasty Boy. They all seem very close to their end. They all seem quite bright. What clues are you looking for?
All right, so I have power, so I have 3 clues I can get. Okay. Is there any way for him to get out of this alive?
You span your hand across the many deaths, and all of them have him similar to the age that he is now. There's only 1 or 2 that have him growing older than this. And from the ones that you can see, they all seem to be quite violent or brutal deaths. There is versions of this where he gets out okay, but they are few and far between.
Okay. The times the times that he gets out of this okay. Is there something noticeable about them? Something very obvious, something around him, something with him that shows a bit of how he actually gets to this point?
You look at all the versions that he is living. The only thing that you see different is that some of his beauty is faded. He looks happier generally. He seems to have a few scars on him. There's a couple where he's untouched, but from what you can tell, it looks like he's undergone a great difficult part, and he's lessened somewhat, but he is still alive.
Mm-hmm. The scars, where, like, how do they look? Because where do I see scars?
So the majority of the deaths that you saw were with a broken neck or bubbles coming out of his mouth. The ones where he lives, there's 2 scars. There's one on his stomach, and the other one is on his throat.
Are they separate from each other, like other images?
Separate images, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try to, going from that on here, I want to see if the seeds that he takes and so many other people take, do they linger in him? Are they there, like physically still in him, not absorbed or anything, not dissolved or anything, just there in him?
You reach out and you see every version of him that is dead. And as you focus and you have to really connect your power, kind of struggling with this for a moment, you can see Alex's eyes are growing wide with confusion, almost a little bit of pain. And you see one by one each of the versions of him dying light up with 3 little red dots in their stomach. You get to the versions of him surviving. There are no dots in his stomach. And as you connect to him right now, you feel that there are 2 pulsing, almost heart-beating things inside his stomach right now.
Oh, all right. And with that, I the warm feeling on his cheeks kind of evaporates as I take a half a stumble back. Oh, well, okay.
Thing all right? Did he do something to you? Do I need to?
I look at Piper again. I don't know what. I mean, life is hard. I get it. But being pessimistic about it doesn't help. And if there's one thing that I've learned is that, okay, yeah, you have your fate. It sucks most of the times. Rightful sometimes, although not a lot, not barely enough. People are not. It's not rightful, people. There's no justice. There's a lot of shitty things happen, and yeah, fate can be shitty. But just because you believe that you're tied to whatever this is, it doesn't mean that it's actually like that. You can get out of this. And I think one of the ways to do that is to remove the seeds from your stomach. And then I look up to the others.
It's still in
We
there.
know a doctor.
Look, whatever I felt, saw, I don't know, those seeds that they ingest, they're still in there.
You sure about this?
Dissolve. They're not absorbed or anything. They're there. They're in the stomach.
I'm gonna call Celia.
How do you do that? How do you know this?
I don't know. I just do. Okay. They're there.
Better than nothing.
Well, how many does he have?
Sure.
He has 2 right now. He took 2 seeds. He has 2 seeds in his stomach. And the only way he is getting out of all of this is either by removing his stomach, the seeds in his stomach. By removing the seeds in his stomach, or making sure he can never speak again. And that's not something we want.
Right.
I'm calling Celia.
Okay, you take out your phone, you start to dial, and as you do, Alex looks at you guys and goes,
You know, you can't save everyone. Someone's got to die.
and as he says that, camera pans out above the city. Looking over, you can see there's a woman who's going to bed. At this time, her phone is just about to ring. Her brother is asleep on the couch. She looks in, sees him, and there's concern in her eyes. As her phone just starts to buzz, the camera leaves her and goes right across to Barrow Ridge, where a single black-nailed hand is spinning in a silver teaspoon and a cup of tea, round and round. Another black-nailed hand is twisting its fingertips as a giant tree continues to grow, thick red pomegranates growing fat off it. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Woo!
Hey.
Nicely done.
Nice. Well done.
I hope I didn't step at the end there.
No, that's
Sorry.
right.
On
That was
the
good.
maybe I didn't know if you were stopping or like if it was all right to say I'm calling Syriinx.
Yeah, of course. That works.
All right.
We'll pick
Yeah.
up with
Dante's
Syriinx.
gonna call two people. He's gonna call Celia and he's gonna try and convince her that we should try to help Jasper by performing some sort of extraction of seeds from the stomach,
Yeah.
whatever means necessary. And if that helps, we're gonna grab Alex and take him there as well.
Oh my
And
god.
the second, he's gonna immediately call James and just ask him if he's safe. That's all.
So good.
I guess we'll just get there.
Okay,
Don't worry.
geek out
Yeah.
during this. Geek out during the
Time to
credits.
geek out.
Geek out during
All
the
right,
credits.
so everyone who hasn't yet, do make sure to mark one attention on the
Yep.
crew theme since we used
If no clear
no clear
leadership.
leadership.
Oh god.
Oh, like if that.
Dude, I do want to say I'm sorry to Dante for fucking stepping on your toes with the whole pretending to take the seed thing. I didn't
No, you didn't. You didn't.
No, it was
You
good.
did not.
No, because you convinced him to like be your friend, and then I make him hyper aggressive in the middle of the interview.
That's okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
That's just Ned.
That's okay. It's we all four of us like we navigated the maze and we found a way to.
I'm really impressed that you guys managed to make the bad guy seem good.
Also,
He's not a
good-
bad guy. He's a
He was
victim.
He's a victim.
Good.
Also,
But like this
Just-
is not what
how
happens
is
in D&D. Usually in D&D, oh, you did something bad, you die.
They kill him.
You die.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, how
Wait,
has the
Can I ask
crew
some?
grown? Yeah?
We unburn a tag, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Before we get there, we first need to tell how the crew has grown this session. And I think I've got something
you're
very
right.
solid. We just had our first like proper interrogation without
breakthrough.
anyone like
We had our proper team
actively working
interrogation.
against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was damn
That's
near ready to
good.
break up the Sherlock pipe and start thumbing it again.
Yeah. I do feel-
Elementary, my dear Piper.
I feel like it's
Oh, man, it was such a
unburning
good
no
episode.
reputation is a bit too quickly, especially since we've done something that definitely might give us a reputation. So how about we
Yeah. Sorry
either
about that.
mark attention or unburn the
We already marked attention, and I
Are we
think
allowed to do it for this as well, or is it like only one attention?
No, you get one attention for the crew and one attention for yourself. Yeah. Not you don't get
Huh?
you can't get more than one attention
Oh.
for yourself.
Yeah.
But you can
Okay,
you can
okay.
get attention for the crew and for yourself, but no more than one for yourself.
Okay, but more than one for the crew, or not more than one either.
Which ones? Because the definitely not working as a team is definitely the no clear leadership.
Yeah, because-
definitely.
Yeah, we.
I'll say with the leaps and bounds this team is
bar
going over
fight
this
is
session.
bar
I'll
fight
allow
is
to.
burned.
Huh?
Fucking Syriinx burned it.
No, I
No,
didn't.
no
I
one
didn't.
burned bar
didn't.
fights.
Yeah, fucking
And
Syriinx burned
also,
it. Fucking Syriinx.
wow, okay, rude.
How dare
Also,
you? All right.
didn't we already like say, oh, that's attention
Yeah.
to the crew theme? Like,
Yes.
didn't
Have
we
you not done it
say
already?
that?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
might.
clear leadership.
Don't
Yeah.
do it twice.
Is
Don't.
that not just?
It's just one attention for everyone for this whole session.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a second one.
Yeah.
But
Okay. In that case, shall we unburn the King's Oath?
Yeah, I imagine your employees by now have like taken care of it.
Yeah. I mean, they've just
What's
been
that?
working the bar and stuff.
Dude, how does crack and fade work? Can you have like an attention and a crack on the same thing?
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
they're not contradictory.
Alright.
Does anyone feel like they're cracking or fading?
Well, I have a fade on one, a crack on I have a fade on the Curse of Midas.
Yeah.
I have a crack on the personality.
Yeah.
Which I call "Do You Know Who I Am?" and I have an attention on the same personality thing.
Yeah.
because of that
Got it.
the
Okay. Well, then you're fine then. I don't think you've compromised any of those. No, I don't think you've compromised any of those. Trying to think of.
How does unburning tags actually work? Like for your personal tags?
You need to do something
Yeah,
like.
you need to rest.
Okay.
Have rest
And
time.
down-
Or
Right.
GM tells you it's
Or
unburnt.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So. Mm-hmm.
Meaningful interactions. Oh shit! It's 18th of March paper now already.
Yeah, I'm posting. That's for tomorrow. It's meant to be the 17th, but that's for tomorrow morning. Just so you have it.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
I want to see the like meaningful interaction. Oh, what do I pick? This is my dilemma. Like, what do I pick? Do I pick the moment where like Ned went flippant about, hey guy, don't try to get out of it. Like, do I pick the moment later when Ned supported me? And I'm like, that's also very meaningful. Like Dante felt like, okay, this guy's actually backing me up. That's cool. Do I pick the moment where Jasmine tried to interfere with me, or do I pick the moment where Elizabeth?
So
Well,
much choice.
hey,
so
if it
much
helps
choice.
you.
Choices now.
If it helps.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Ned's thing negates itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was a dick first, but like when it mattered, his heart was in the right place.
A goal, baby.
Jasmine interfering was sort of not unexpected. I'm gonna take a help point with Elizabeth for stopping Jasmine.
I am not going to take a hurt point, but a help point with Dante. Even though, like, we had some clashes this session.
They did do good cop, bad cop together.
Yeah, it's becoming quite clear to Jasmine that Dante is one of the people in this group that she can actually like very much count upon when it comes down to solving this case.
Yeah, solving the murder you caused. You mean?
Whoa! I
Wink,
caused?
wink, nudge, nudge.
Yo, can I?
How dare you? I can still turn that to a hurt point, all right?
Like, okay, DM's jurisdiction here. Would it be unfair to get a hurt point on Isadora because he didn't do anything here in the session? Because I don't think that's fair, but I also want to do that because I think it'd be funny.
You know what? It makes lore sense. And it's kind of. I'm gonna say.
Mike, and he was in spectator mode.
That should have been a kick in the teeth for me to doing it more. Actually, I should have been piloting Isadora a bit more.
God.
No, it's great because this is actually the first time Ned's seen him in autopilot.
You know what? I think that's an acceptable reaction for him missing a session. I'll allow it.
This is brilliant.
Nice.
Yeah, that moment when he didn't catch the mic, I was like, man.
How dare you? How fucking dare you?
I love the idea that
At
the most important moments, like Isadora, you just go into Isadora's mind. It's just like him in a hula costume, just like dancing to himself.
It's just a monkey with symbols.
His left brain is playing 5D chess with his right brain.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the best thing.
I've got
like
one.
elevator music.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dante is a good person. Dante like stood up when it mattered. So I'm gonna give help point to Dante because he was like, hey, fuck you. You don't get to leave when a person is dead here. Oh. So I'm gonna give you a help point there.
Nice.
You only okay, but okay. To be honest, I don't think Ned's one was sincere, and Elizabeth doesn't like believe it for even a second.
Ooh.
Okay, like she doesn't believe that he was a person. Like he comes up to a stage, he does jokes and all of that, and then he's like, "Oh, but a person died here. No, you don't do that." Like, no, it's not sincere, my boy.
Most of Ned's acts of kindness are like I'm a winner type thing.
Yeah.
It makes
okay,
complete sense
I
with his
wanted to-
character. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to use a sore loser as a weakness.
That guy.
I want to use a sore loser as a weakness this session on purpose.
He's trying to
But,
help
like-
whilst keeping the spotlight on himself. You know.
Yeah, because
He's-
like, the reason he fucking said, "What if that was your body?" is like, you fuck. I want you to stay in here. You stay in here.
He's how does attention to a theme work personally? Because I used I had the weakness tag.
If you had to use that weakness, the attention goes to that weakness, that theme.
So,
I can't wait for next session where we interrogate the Johnny Silverhand in like the exact same way, and he's just like, "What the fuck do you want from me?"
No. We don't interrogate him. We grab him and we say, like, "You want answers? Let's go."
but
You know what
So-
I think would be fucking hilarious is if he put his hand in the water to ungold it and his fucking metal rusted.
It's silver. Silver doesn't.
it's silver. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Maybe
probably silver, you know.
silver's what they use for holy water. Basically, they just
Oh.
put silver and make holy water.
I mean, is it even real silver? Like, you know.
It's a
It's
fake.
fictional silver.
Yeah,
It's better.
Ned. Everything's
I think
fictional.
gold's better,
It's
but,
an
like-
imaginary game.
So
I think gold's better, but like, okay.
one of my themes is under strain. Yay! Because-
Yeah.
We had a very easy prey right in front of us, and I did not suck out the stressful thoughts and everything.
How dare
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
I even though that was like totally something I should / could have done. So yeah, floating in the dark is definitely
Oh,
going
God.
to take a fade.
You must be so. Jasmine must be so awkward. Like, meeting, like getting a boyfriend or something to meet the parents for the first time, and just be like, just sucking up all the stress.
Well, hey,
Oh,
it
tell
can
me
be
about your
very
marital
pleasant.
problems.
Mom, this is my new girlfriend. It's an orb.
Orb.
He's an
That's going to be a thing in 10 years.
Please don't judge. Please don't judge, Mom. It's God.
Hey, at least
I'm
it's better
corporal.
than an art teacher. Am I right?
Oh.